skip pass, and that one thrown away. No,
and that's Bolden. He just fouls out. And a part of this happens because Gonzaga now, even though they're still in the zone, they got guys now in different positions. Bolden now is playing on the baseline of the zone, whereas initially he was playing up on the front line. You see he drops down, and just a little bit of a push there. Great recognition by A.J. Price to see the mismatch, and then Bolden not able to get out of the way and commits the foul.
So Matt Bolden fouling out with 6 points. And Gavin Edwards is shooting free throws. We have to mention that Gavin's father, Earl Edwards, played for the Kansas City Chiefs, an NFL player from 1969 to 79. 11 seasons, and there is some toughness in the family.
And a game like this could really catapult this young man's confidence to where he becomes a player that Jim Calhoun trusts, because you're going to have depth if you want to win the Big East this year.
Second one goes down. 2-point game, 79 to 77, Huskies. So now, who do the Zags go to? Heitfeld is on the floor, Pargo's on the floor.
I like the ball in Pargo and Gray's hands. They're your two best versatile perimeter players.
Heitfeld, no, Gray can't hold on, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by the Zags.
Well, that's a tough play there by Heitfeld taking that three. I'd want to see him on the block, or at least in a pick and roll. He's capable of making that shot, but that's not the first option I want offensively if I'm Gonzaga.
1-2-2 trap. Connecticut gets it over the line. Dyson to the basket. Blocked from behind. That's Ira Brown. Get out of here. He's 26 years old. A former minor league prospect with the Kansas City Chiefs. He was a pitcher, had tendonitis in his elbow, never made it to the major leagues. Double-A, as high as he would go. Baseline inside, Edwards pivots, protected Heitfeld. Adrian rebound, in and out. Ira Brown, and a whistle. Not really sure what
I think it was just an inadvertent whistle there by the official.
And now Pargo will bring it up with Ira Brown. Foster is checked in. Goodson, the freshman point guard from Houston, and Gray, who lately has been quiet offensively. Pick and roll. Pargo turns. Keeps his dribble alive. Almost stripped and stripped. Dyson picked it from him. He's got Price with him. Dyson up and a foul.
I tell you what, Jerome Dyson, he just has a knack for the basketball. A little bit too much penetration there by Pargo, and he's just got such quick hands, gets control, and does a great job of splitting the defenders there to create contact, get to the free throw line.
With Dyson at the line, 15 points today, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. 8 rebounds and 4 assists.
The last 7 minutes of the game, UConn has done a great job of containing dribble penetration. They've really made Gonzaga exclusively a perimeter shooting basketball team. And that's really what they did not have success in the first half. It was about attacking the rim. They've gotten away from that, in part because UConn, I think, is really set down and using that quickness to keep them out of the paint.
Second free throw goes. Huskies up 81 to 77. Goodson, the freshman point guard, has been solid, handling the basketball in crunch time. He finds the senior, Pargo. Brown driving, almost turned it over. Gray hangs in the air, no call. Almost taken away by Dyson, out of bounds. And we'll stay right here.
Dyson's one of the best defenders on the perimeter there is in America. He does a great job of using his feet and his hands there with a great block on Gray, and then he almost comes up with the steal.
Now Gray, the inbounder, to Goodson. Goodson, baseline, picks it up. 5 to shoot, knocked away. Brown has to hurry. Brown doesn't see the clock. And that's Connecticut defense.
It is. They cannot get to the rim now. Gonzaga, you can see they're playing on their heels offensively. They do not look like a confident team when they have the basketball. Right now, UConn imposing their will defensively, not allowing them to get rhythm shots.
So Heidfeld will check out a defensive substitution as Foster comes back on the floor. Price, who has just been awesome this afternoon, joined by Dyson, Austria as well. And Price will back it up. Inside, Dyson steps back, 8 to shoot, rises.
Their backcourt, Price and Dyson, have been the difference in this game with what they've done defensively and then also making big shots from the three-point range and attacking the rim.
1:31 to play in overtime, 84 to 77. Connecticut.
They've won the loose ball battle here late in the second half and overtime as well, and no hesitation from three. I'm a little surprised that Gonzaga stayed with the zone as much as they have, because UConn has done a good job of recognizing how to attack, and you can see the height of ecstasy there, and you can see the head starting to hang from Gonzaga's standpoint, because they really got to feel like they had control of this basketball game.
Well, how about Jerome Dyson? 20 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 9 of 10 from the free throw line, 5 of 12 from the field.
Remember, he's their leading scorer. You know, we haven't talked about a lot, but this is the guy coming in getting 15 a night. He's so versatile. Defensively, he's their best perimeter defensive player. Offensively, he can make threes. He can make plays in traffic as he's done throughout this game. That's a heck of a backcourt when you talk about Price and Dyson and what they're able to do.
1:31 to go. In overtime, the battle in Seattle, and so many different ebbs and flows in this game.
It really has been. You know, Bolden didn't have the kind of game they probably needed. Day fouling out, obviously. And really, Pargo, since about the 10-minute mark of the first half, has not had the kind of impact he had earlier. Has not been able to get to the rim.
Pargo driving, cut off. Heidfeld pulls up. Can't get the bounce. Batted around. Edwards with another rebound. Edwards. Maybe the best game of his career. 12 rebounds for Gavin Edwards. Ball knocked away by Gray. He goes after it hard. Gets to the basket, flips it up, and draws a foul with 1:03 to go.
And that's one of the few mistakes Dyson's really made in this game. It allows Gray to get to the free throw line. And they're still with 1 minute 3 seconds left. That's a lot of time in this game if you're Gonzaga. They got to have some positive happening, though, because right now the confidence is not there for them offensively.
So Stephen Gray at the line, 22 points today for a player that averages 9. First one goes down. He's a 90% free throw shooter. Dyson checking out of the game. He has a subtle limp as he talks to his head coach. Second free throw off the heel. Ball squirts out. Gray has it. Here's Goodson, 32. Down the lane. And fouled. 57 seconds to go.
That's it. He took a hard foul. Not a malicious foul, but you know, when you're going full speed, you leave your feet like that. Very easy for a guy to take you down. And as he turns the corner and leaves his feet.
So at the 32 on the shot clock, he went right at the Connecticut defense. And now the game clock stops at 57.1.
Now they're checking to see if he's going to be able to even stay in the game to shoot the free throws.
He says he's okay. He's only a freshman, so you can't hurt one of those. You can't hurt a freshman.
No, they feel no pain.
No pain. As the great Keith Jackson would say, he's made out of rubber and steel. Off the mark on the first free throw, though. Our score, 84-78. This game was tied at 74 at the end of regulation. Well, Connecticut has gotten some great play from their backcourt of Dyson and Price. And the second one good. Full court pressure now by the Zags. Here's Price. And Gonzaga finally coming up with the foul. They foul Austri. And make the walk to the other end of the floor. They had the ball in Price's hands, a 36% free throw shooter, but didn't foul him. And now they'll send a 78% free throw shooter to the line.
And you don't foul right away.